Hi guys, it's Mikey Boy BJD, coming to you with, I guess, a wine and dollies, just a chit chat, just a check-in, say hi to everybody, see what I've been up to myself. I have been kind of hanging out. It's, summer and stuff, so been trying to hang outdoors more, and our nephew's only here for this week, so we went out today, and we went out to the mountain, and they were metal detecting, and I was just hiking up in the hills, and I have a mermaid, actually it's going to be a merman coming. But I found these little shells up on our mountain up there, and so I was thinking those could be a little cool something for him. And these are really old. These date back to when there was water. I guess where we live was all pretty much water at one point, and so these creatures lived in the water, so their shells are still up there in the mountains. So I found this, and this could be a neat little walking stick for a little MSD, I thought, or USD size. So probably Madeline, like, oh, nice little walking stick for her. Little gift from nature. So I picked that up. And then there's all sorts of crystals and different things up there. So yeah, I picked that up. Well, I didn't pick this up off the mountain, but at our dollar store, they had a bottle of these shells for $1. So, yeah, thought that was pretty cool. I thought maybe doing a base of shells, that could be kind of cool, with the stand to hold the doll itself. That could be something very, very interesting. Also, too, at the dollar store, I found these cool little drawers. And this was at the Dollar Tree. We have Dollar Trees here. And the handle lifts up, and it pulls out. Nice little storage drawers for the dollies, too. So I found those at the dollar store. It's amazing what you can find at the dollar store for the dollies. And recently, Tiffy BJD Crafts turned me on to pan pastels. She said that's what she really liked to use. So I went and I got a bunch. I have a purple. I have a red. They are pricey. These are $6.99 a piece, but they last literally forever. And a peachy flesh tone. And I got a black. Yeah, I went a little buck wild. They had sets too, but the set had more earth tones. Maybe I'll get that later. But I thought beautiful colors for eyeshadows. Like, look at that blue. That's crazy. And then a deeper, more intense blue. I love blue, if you can't tell. Blue is one of my favorite colors. A more mahogany red color. And then a nice green color. But they have every color under the sun. And what's so cool is that my local store, which is very close to the salon, carries these. So I have went and purchased a few of those. Thank you, Tiffy. That was, I mean, there's so much pigment to them. You do have to be a little careful, but you don't have to apply as many layers. You know, I still work in layers. I always will. I think to get the best results, you have to work in layers, but yeah, you get more pigment, you know, more brilliance. So you can always tone it down if you need to as well. And I say try it on the paper if you're in doubt, you know, to see where it's, is it too much, you know, is it the color I want, and whatnot. So, and then I've also, I shop a lot on eBay, and so I love to buy lots of clothing, because then you get a little bit actually of everything. So that's not from the set, and neither is that. That's from Kohaku. But this boy is wearing one of the spoils of my adventures, and it's a Gryffindor t-shirt on Gordon here. It was a great lot. It had a lot of great t-shirts. And these outrageous shoes, guys. Check the shit out. I found these at our antique store the other day. Them in a chair that I'll show you in a bit. But I just couldn't resist. They look like elf shoes. They are all leather. Very well crafted. Don't know where they came from, but they're amazing. Yeah, so I bought those too. They were only $7. Leather handcrafted shoes here. God only knows what country they came from, but I'm sure they came from somewhere else. They're gorgeous. They have embroidery, stitching work. I mean, it's just, they're amazing. And they actually fit a Miro doll foot, because Gordon is an Akagi band head on the 60 centimeter Miro doll body. Also too, I found these in a lot. So, and being a newbie, I need a lot of stuff, so yeah. These aren't permanent. I just couldn't. They'll go on somebody. I'll even make a genie if I have to. Maybe a male genie. That's a little swing. You know, it's usually the female. But his shirt came in that lot. And this slot I got for 70, 75, something like that. But I got that shirt. It's in pristine shape. These shorts, which are in pristine shape. Oh, there's a little string, but I can get that. Working pockets and everything. Very gorgeous. I figure probably one of my girls will probably wear this. Sweatpants, black with the tie and the striping. a lot of this stuff was like brand new. I'm like, oh my god. So I am very glad that I did bid on it. Cargo pants. I mean, for real, SD cargo pants. When I broke it down, because there were like, I want to say 10 pieces, it was like $7 a pop. Instead of Intel inside, Alien inside. Really nice SD t-shirt. Nobody's perfect but me. Is that not? Yeah, I just couldn't. Nice quality, t-shirts and everything. I'm like, oh my god. This was actually the piece that I kept on him-hawing. I'm like, should I buy it? Should I not? Should I buy it? Should I not? Boy, go there and buy the stuff before somebody else does, and then you'll be sad. But there was a kilt. There was a kilt. And that really just sealed that deal right there. A kilt. Along with these cool t-shirts. And that's not a Red Devil t-shirt. And it snaps in the back. Cool pair of leggings. I mean, that is too cool. Too cool. Because I can totally see Emma wearing those. Because she's playful and funky like that. And these, which at first I was like, I don't even know what to think. But seeing them in person, they're like a distressed type of camouflage pant. These are amazing with pockets, working pockets on the front. There are, I am dropping everything. There are no pockets on the rear, but really nicely made. And then there was this nice shirt, which I don't know who, but that gives extra options too. Yeah, that was all in that lot, because most of the rest of the stuff I had gotten from the store, both at Walmart and Target. Yeah. So, but other than that, let's see. It's been hot still, but I think that's the same with, everybody said that it's been hot around, so yeah. And the chair, okay, so I found these cool shoes at our local, it's called AC Survivors, and it's a new antique store in our town, and it's quite nice. It's clean, it's not dumpy. They did it with class, and it shows it doesn't stink. It's really well done, really well done. So I was so excited. I just couldn't even And this piece couldn't stay in the shop. Of course, I have the girls sitting in it right now, but I got this chair. Actually, let me set the ladies down for a moment. We'll just set them down so I can show you this. And it would probably fit 3. SD dolls. It definitely will fit 3 MSD, 3 to 4, depending on size variable. But really well done. The legs are all scrolled. And believe it or not, this piece, I only paid $15 for this piece at an antique store. Now, if you're lucky and find these at a thrift store, they're about $5.99, $6.99. Generally is what I've seen on these. I did see a really cool rocking chair at one of our thrift stores, and maybe I'll go back and see if they have it. Because if they do, then I would love to have that. Because it was a pretty amazing piece. You know, sometimes sadly I think in hindsight we overthink it, you know, like, oh, I don't need that, oh, I don't want that, and then later on we're kicking ourselves, oh, you had to have that. Now you're paying more because you're going on to eBay, which that's me at times. I'm getting better. Actually, I've been getting better deals off of eBay. The other day on eBay, I won a 5-star doll. Emily, it was one of the ones that's been discontinued though. So I'll be doing an unboxing here in a few, you know, when that comes in. And it's one of the older 5-star dolls. So I do have only one 5-star doll, and that is Miss S, which for her scale, she is quite posable. I mean, she can hold the poses, she can, you know, really, she has a good range of motion, good mechanics for a little doll. I was really amazed. So I'm pretty excited to see what the MSD version has to offer as well. I know Sarah's talking about getting the 70, the adult, the star body, and those are nice. I've been thinking about that too. But I need a long, lanky character for the next person I want to put in there. Which is basically, he's the ringleader, the ringmaster. He's got to have more of a creepy, edgy, kind of long, lanky, you know, like you're almost scared of him, but he's charming at the same time type of presence about him. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I still am on the fence. There's a couple sculpts that have caught my eye in the doll zones and stuff, but Doll Chateau, because they have the lanky, you know. But then I'm scared too as far as the standing and that kind of thing, because I think they'd almost be, like certain dolls, like my dim dolls, they can stand all day. My uh, doll she craft, David Kunze, he can stand all day long. But like my resin souls, my hybrids with my Miro dolls and all of that, um, yeah, I really have to work with those. So I'm used to having to work to get a, you know, doll together here. Even Killian, when he came to me, he was so poorly strung. Well, he had sat around, God only knows how long, in a closet. Um, to me, he had sat on eBay. Here's the thing. We're coming up. It's been a year and 2 months that I've been in the BJD hobby. I've been in the doll collecting hobby, in the Barbie collecting hobby for 20 years. But in the BJDs, I've only been in that for, well, a year and 2 months. And he started that. So, like, of course, I had to do everything for him. He was dirty as could be, yellow as could be. So I had to research how to clean, how to restore, and I did all the work myself. How to restring him properly, I did all that myself. He was my first body blushing, nail blushing, and manicuring. He was my first face up on resin. So he started a wave. So through him, I learned so much, though. Like now, I'm confident I can restring just about any doll. Some are trickier than others. Some, the mechanics and the way the company strings it is way different. Even Miro dolls, I don't go by the way they string it. I string it the way I know to string it, and it actually works out better. And then I do the kips, or I do, well, or I do the moleskin sueding and all of that to have them to hold a pose. I did that with Killian. He's been great. So it's just a matter of doing it to the rest of the gang. He didn't need wired, though. The mechanics of him is great. It just, he needed restrung because he was so floppy. And I don't know, with Sophia here, she's very, like, you could just see. And that's the way Oliver came in too. And I know I will restring them. There is no, like with her particular sculpt, there were no S-hooks. And I thought I had S-hooks, but I ran out because I had used so many on the Miro dolls, because a lot of them, they don't use S-hooks in the hands or in the ankles. So I was like, but I like that. I like that. I'm kind of snotty when it comes to that. Myself. For myself. I personally, I think it should be there. It's part of the aesthetic. It should be there. And so, yeah. So I was a little surprised when she didn't have them in her wrists and her ankles, especially the ankles. I'm like, whoa. So she'll be restrung. I will get the S-hooks in the wrists and in the ankles. And so she'll be better for that too. Other than that, I got that 5-star doll. And I wish I knew, hold on, I could pull it up on here. real quick. I know I can. So it's the 5-star doll, Emily. Yes. Okay, 5-star doll, Emily. Also, too, I have some. I got a really good deal on. It was 30 sets of the 16 millimeter do-it-yourself eyes. So I bought those for $9. I mean, really, and free shipping. So we'll see when those come in, what those are about. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about all that. Yeah, guys, it's been a year and 2 months I've been in the hobby. Yay me. I love it. I love you guys. You know, I love the videos. And YouTube, it's funny because Instagram I started the end of December as Mikey BJD Boy, primarily for my dolls, my artwork, that kind of stuff, and to get it out there, to get my dolls out there, to get me out there, and that kind of thing. And it seemed like the right place to network, which it has been, because I have quite a few followers for just being in it since December. I mean, 270 some. Not bad for that. And then YouTube here, I've been on here since, February of this year? February. Yeah, because I loved everybody's videos so much. And so I thought, I could do something with that too. Let's, have a channel. Let's, put some great content, content out there. I still have some great content ideas and things to get on the burner. I do want to get that lashing video out there, because any bit of information that the newbies and some of us that don't know how to do, well, for me, I'm a visual learner. So, like YouTube here, when you watch people do things, I can pick it up. I can really pick it up. I mean, like as far as face-ups, I watched a lot of videos. I watched Asenva, and I watched Sarah, and I watched, Andrea, and I watched the Doll Scholar, and I watched so many other people, but those are ones that really, I watched so many of their videos to get a clue as to what I'm doing. And it's funny because it helped vice versa with the Barbie world. So I was doing customs with Barbies and Monster High and things like that, and not quite getting the results I wanted, per se. I mean, they were decent. I look back on my work now and it seems, in comparison to some of my latter works, which, with the resin, it's been so customizable and you can go so many different directions with it, and there's so many different sculpts. That is the almighty draw, and the fact they're really nice to handle, really posable. I am the dude a la articulation. I mean, yeah, I have Barbies with no articulation to them, but now they've got me with all this articulation coming out, you know, both in the Barbie world, like even she's fully nice and articulated, which is so cool, and a bigger scale, so some things Mattel is doing real swell. I think they're focusing more on the Barbie line again since they lost the Disney lines, and Hasbro has those now. So I really think they're focusing on those lines and doing different and neat things. However, gluey silicone crap in the skull doesn't have to be. Okay? Because, and I say that because I've been a collector for a long time. The lock and loop method is the way to do it. You don't have a mess. The hair is not greasy, So, and you have a doll that lasts. That to me, what they do when they do that, they make it basically disposable. Either that, or we customize. We cut every stitch of hair out of it and reroute it from scratch. Which, I don't know about y'all, but that sucks. That sucks. My fingers, from rerouting, have hurt so bad at times, it just sucks. So, I try not to fuck with that shit. It hurts. My hands. And I need them for work in other ways. People count on me to give them that touch by an angel, you look good, girl, now go on and be with the world, and yeah, peace be with you. Yeah, so, what else? I think that was really pretty much all we've been up to. Oh yeah, we did go back to that thrift store, and I found his feet, and they were like, here, you can have those. Okay, I will gladly take those. So, brought those home, cleaned him up and put them on him. So he's cleaned up. The other boy I still need to find him shoes. And then, when I was at Target the other night, yeah, I have FOA now, Shibajuku girls, and she's kind of given me that, pastel kawaii feeling. She had the cheapest looking dim headphones on her head, so I told her, I'm getting rid of these. And I said, I'll get you a new pair. And so I did. And this one I actually picked up for, because they're going down even more, this one I picked up for $12.49. So, and then before that, the other one I picked up for $17.49. So they went down like $5. And I want to say they have the tag on them that, because the last 3 digits, I can't remember where I saw that. I was somewhere on here. But the last 3 digits on there oh no, actually it was an associate that told me that. The last 3 digits tell you whether it's going to go down even farther. Well, those digits did tell me that they will be going down farther if they stay in the store. So I did tell a few people, if they do go down, I will just go ahead and snag them. And I know that Brandon's mom is looking for a few of them. So if I get any of the ones that she wants, then we can work something out there. And then Ray 7 too. Ray C7 uh, also said he was interested. But his store doesn't have clearance yet. So maybe it just falls in different cycles or something. I'm not 100% sure. So, kind of exciting, you know. We're going to be going into... It's weird because it's almost the end of July right now. And next month is August. So, you know, we're heading into that, you know, that time of the year again. Thukapakuru bags, hokey bags. You know what I mean. I'm a fool for them. Yeah, we'll see what we come up with. We'll see if they have them. If they do and we're blessed to get in, amen. Because I got so much cool stuff. And I'm a hat whore because of them. I mean, well, no, I was a hat whore before that. But Doll Heart just solidified that because they have the coolest fucking hats ever. They're just so outrageous and so crazy. Their clothing is well made. I ended up getting a fur coat for Killian. That was like the wolf something set. I mean, with leather straps and everything. It was like $100 coat on its own, and it was just in one of the bags with a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. So yeah, I got a bunch of killer stuff. Vests, I love vests and stuff. They had those. All of Calvin's outfit, the cape and everything came from in there, and it's perfect for his aesthetic. He loves it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully they will have those again. I don't know about the hokey bags either, but I did get a I was fortunate enough in my bag to get a Doll's Own Scorpio, which is my jade, which is up on the MSD shelf somewhere up there. But I was like amazed that I got a tiny, you know, in the bag, and all like eyes and wigs and all sorts of shoes, all sorts of cool stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe I kind of really need to try that again. You know, hopefully it's as sweet as that dealio. That would be great. That was my first Doll Zone, so kind of opened the door for Franklin came in, and then Ellis came, and then Gage came, and then Mitchell came. So yeah, it kind of opened the gate on the Doll Zone, which I absolutely love Doll Zone. I love the mechanics of it. I love the way it works. So Doll Zone is not only aesthetically a nice body, but it's functional as well, which is super cool. So that's nice. So, but anyway, guys, I think that's about all I have to tell you, or have to share with you anyway, at the moment. But I will be doing a lot more videos as well, especially going into fall. You'll see a lot more of me in the winter, definitely, because that'll fight the blues for all of us. You know, to have our hobby, to have things to do that nurture our souls and bring us life. And people within our lives, you all know, you're a major part of my life. You really, really, truly make me happy. You inspire me in so many ways. Inspire me, make me laugh. I just enjoy you all very much. So I think that's all for now. I do need to clean up this cyclone of a doll room and get some order into chaos, because, you know, when you have a lot of dolls, you have a lot of chaos. And when I do videos, and when I do show and tells, and when I do photos or things like that, and especially if you don't put them away right away, stuff, you have stuff here, you have stuff there. I think, you know, I think we've all went through that. I know Anne's mentioned it, you know, how chaos can happen within the studio and everything. Because I guess this is my studio, you know. There are times I do face-ups in here in my doll room, or I'll go to the table and use the art light, which the art light is pretty cool because it's more of a true light, and you can really see what's going on. I haven't done that for a while. I'll probably do that in the winter time and sit with Leroy. He'll be doing his homework because he's in college, and I'll go ahead and be doing face-ups, body blushing, all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of put some of that stuff, like blushing and stuff, off till then. That way I can go ahead and bop it out, you know, and keep away the blues. Give me something to do, because I don't really go out or do anything in the wintertime. You know, a movie, dinner, but otherwise it's work, home, and hobby helps. You know, the hobby definitely helps. Shopping on occasion. So, in the summertime though, I love to be out, hiking, walking. So I do tend to lose a lot more weight, and you can tell because this shirt is bagging and sagging a little bit in the summertime, because I walk so much. You know, I swear, you know, we moved 2,000 miles away from New York, but you cannot take that aspect out of me for the life of me. I mean, I will walk until I can't anymore, so, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. I love you all. And you'll see a lot more of me. I know this last week I've had more of a presence, so we'll just keep that up. I love you all. Have a great night. Bye now.